Hey guys, this is Kim Jong-spoon, and for today's review video, we're going to be looking at the German Tier 7 medium tank, the Panther I. A little bit of historical insight: this tank was the Germans' reaction to tanks like the T-34, which incorporated sloped armor. The Tiger, which was actually developed a little bit before this, had flat armor, and as we know, sloping your armor makes it effectively thicker while reducing the weight. So, we are here in a Tier 7 maximum game on Dead Rail, and as I'm a medium, I'm going to push to the left side to try to flank around all the heavies that are maybe going to be brawling in the town or off to the right side in the hills. So, I'm platooned up with Stormbreaker Z12. He's in his IS, and he is pushing up this way with me just in case anybody pops over the hill that I can't deal with. Now, this medium tank, the Panther, does have pretty good view range. The one problem I have with it is its DPM. It's way lower than the Comet's, and so I'm used to playing the Comet, and I see a massive decrease in the DPM when I'm playing my Panther. It does have really good accuracy and really good penetration to make up for that, however. The traverse speed's a little bit low, the armor's okay, but you'll pull off some pretty good bounces, especially from your turret. So looking at the game that we're in right now, we've killed their M6, and there is a large grouping of them off to the far right side, brawling around in those hills. There's a Panther up here that Storm just ran into, so I'm going to come up here and help him with the Panther. Our pretty good penetration gun gets eaten by his tracks, but that's okay. I'm using him as cover because he has way better armor than I do. So now I'm just looking at this Comet right here, and I'm just going to track him in place so he can't come and push us. Push our position. He isn't doing that, however, which is strange. His tracks have been repaired by now, but he's just going to sit there. I am looking for this Panther, and I'm not sure where he's gone. But we proxy detect him from that building. Now I'm looking for a shot at the Comet, but he is nowhere to be seen. Storm is yelling for help because his Panther is pushing his position, so I'm going to try to come back and support him. Our super clutch shot does hit, however, Storm unfortunately dies, so now I'm going to have to deal with their enemy Panther alone. And I was expecting, I can do this DPM trade, but I was expecting to take a little bit of damage from this guy. But I don't know if he's having connection issues or something like that, but he just kind of stood there with his gun pointed in the air for a little bit. So we could track him. Our shot also lights him on fire because of the forward-mounted transmission in a lot of the German tanks, and we get the kill. So now I'm just going to deal with this Comet. Now, this is where my lack of experience in this tank shows, because, again, I'm used to the Comet, which has much better DPM, so I'm just expecting to be able to do a DPM trade and get this guy. And I'm expecting our Tog and whoever else is over there to finish off the enemies on the far right side. So, again, I'm just trying to DPM trade with this Comet, but I'm having some issues because he's penetrating every single shot through my upper plate. Also, the low gun depression this thing is showing. He's a one-shot now, however, I bounce off of his gun mantlet because I can't get my gun pointed down far enough, and I'm trying to angle my upper plate, but probably using gold because he penetrated the thickest part of my armor. So, I'm not going to show you guys the ending of that game because it went on way too long, but in the end, the T1 was able to kill the Comet and the M4 on their team. So, we were able to secure the win on that one. We did 2,300 damage with 772 base XP. So now for our second game, we're going to look at a much better showing of the Panther than the first one. So I'm still platooned up with Stormbreaker Z12. However, it is a much better matchup this time. There are less Tier 7s and Tier 6s and more Tier 5s. So we're on Lost Temple, and as a medium, I'm going to push to the right. The Storm's a heavy, so he's going to push to the left. And I'm looking for help from some of the mediums on my team, because if I run into all of their mediums and some of their heavies, or maybe camping the hills over there, then we're going to run into some problems. So, top speed is okay. We're hitting about 37 kph on flat ground there. The horsepower per ton ratio on the Panther is much less than the Comet, so you will have issues going up hills. And the gun depression, again, is pretty bad. So, hull down, if you can get there, is pretty good, but you might have problems because of your bad gun depression. We're going to peek this corner and see if anybody's sitting right there or still trying to come this way, but their Cromwell's been spotted in the town, strangely. And so I'm just going to keep pushing forward. Right there. There's the Churchill 7. So, Looking at his turret, we can see that he is stock, at least turret-wise. Our shot does miss, but I'm trying to get into better cover. Look for an engine shot, but wait. How much damage did he just deal? And what color is this tracer? The gold tracer means one of two things, either firing heat or HE. And based on the damage, their Churchill is firing HE. So that's nice to know. Not sure why he's loaded HE, but sure, why not? A lot of new players to the game will load HE because they see that it does more damage, but they don't understand how the penetration mechanics work. So now looking for shots on this guy. He's tracked. Can we get the kill? No, the T-29 secures it. So now we're taking shots at this E8. His shot misses, and he YOLOs over the side of the cliff after we put one more in. I'm following him until I spot this KV-1 on open ground, so put one in, damage his fuel tank. One more shot, and the T-43's fire killed him. So, Storm already died. The town's been completely lost. There's an Su-85 still in the town that's going to die a horrible death in a couple seconds. We put one into the E8. We're going to finish him off here. He misses his shot, and we can secure the kill. There's the Su-85, and he's dead. So, we've lost the town, but we've taken the hills. This leaves us in an interesting position, because the heavies took the town, and the mediums took the hills. So, which can outperform the other? Our T-29 came with us into the hills for some reason, but that's okay. Super clutch shot kills their Cromwell, and the Black Prince pops up. And so, I'm spotting this guy for my team. I'm going to pull forward, put one into his lower plate, and I'm trying to back off right here, because I don't want to take hits from their Black Prince. I'm looking around and see where their enemy, the other enemy heavies are, but I'm just trying to get down to the bottom of this hill so nobody can fire at my flanks. That's when I noticed their IS was standing right next to me and doing nothing. Get a nice balance off our turret, and now we're going to focus on this IS. He's taken one hit, put one more in, and their T-29 comes down as well. Our IS is going for our T-43, so we'll put one more into him, and now we're going to focus at T-29. If we can kill him, that'll even out the odds a little bit, and allow us to do more damage while taking less in return. Unfortunately, their IS kills our T-43, but we kill the T-29, so our numbers are looking better. There's only 2 low health tanks left, and their Black Prince is dead, so now I'm on 3 kills, and there's a one-shot IS over there. I don't want to take damage. He's not going to one-shot me unless he rolls extremely high, and I don't even think he can roll that high. Or he ammo racks me, or he sets me on fire and I don't use my fire extinguisher. So, he's not going to kill me, but I want to take less damage, so I have to pay less credits for my repair bill. So, I'm going to pop around this corner, try to bait his shot at my ultra-well-angled upper plate. There he goes. He fell for it, and now we just can't miss. And we don't. So, our penetration was good enough to go through the upper plate of the IS, and we could secure the top gun. Let's take a look at the post-game stats. First class, top gun, and 1,155 base XP, 35,000 base credits, 53,000 with premium, 4 kills, 2,800 damage, so not bad. And Stormbreaker Z12 did put up a good fight in the town, doing 1,500 damage. So, the Panther won. A lot of people say that it's underpowered, that it needs to be buffed, but I honestly feel like it's a pretty good medium tank for its tier. The penetration is really good, the DPM's alright, it has pretty good view range, and it's just all around a pretty good medium tank. You can get some good bounces, but you don't have too much armor where it slows you down a whole lot. Tier for tier, I'd probably go with the Comet being a better medium tank, but I don't think the Panther needs to be buffed, it needs to be nerfed. I think it's pretty well balanced for its position at tier 7. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more awesome tank videos coming in the near future. Thanks.